Yo everyone, just a bit of a disclaimer before getting into today's video. I had some major audio and visual syncing problems with the recording on OBS. So unfortunately, I didn't get to use all of my reaction to this episode in this video. Unfortunately, it's like a crazy bummer because honestly, I was trying to go ahead in the editor and just try to manually sync some stuff, but it doesn't make any sense. It would be too much work, honestly. So we're just getting a partial review, a partial reaction today, but the review section is still good. So yeah, all in all, thanks for tuning in if you still decide to go ahead with this video. Yo, welcome everyone, Sanjae Uchiha here, and welcome back to the channel. Happy Sunday to you guys. Hope you guys are having an awesome day, even though this should be going up in the afternoon more than likely. But yeah, welcome back to the channel. Of course, we'll be tackling Boruto episode 195 today. Of course, last week we had Kawaki moving into the Uzumaki household and all sorts of madness unfolded. Of course, this week we should be, heading into repairing or getting a new Vase Kun. So yeah, but of course, if you're new here, respect for tuning in. I appreciate the support. Definitely leave a like if you end up enjoying my reaction and review for the episode. And yeah, Boruto videos every week here. And of course, we might actually end up doing that live stream for chapter 57 as it releases this week. I think I might have gotten some time off, but let's see. But anyway, enough talking. Let's get right into episode 195. Alright, so if I have my math right, this should be adapting the events at chapter 28, give or take. Of course, Chocho would say that. Ridiculous, brother. Naruto flexing that Narutonic water money is, I mean. Choose as many as you want. Tell them, brother. People thought being the Hokage was what it was what makes Naruto rich. Nah, it's the Narutonic water. You are you anywhere? No, it's just Kawaki's like, still like, can you eat all that? You're extra impossible, you see me? Nani? Bomb? Yo, what? Yo, I'm almost dead out. I'm gonna break that. Is me? So you're telling me nobody else is seeing this? Everybody just, one side, no. No, like, seriously. Yo, I don't even the play Kawaki theme, brother. You see me? Like, it's not that serious. You see me? It's not that serious, Kawaki. Let's relax, please. That was raised properly. Yo, to say the least. Alright, let's get this over with because these lights are baking me, as you can probably tell. Maybe, maybe not. But yeah, that was episode 195 of the Boruto anime, and I must say, definitely a fine and welcome addition to the Kawaki arc in the anime, as, you know, at least compared to the manga. I enjoyed this episode especially because I feel I do not recall Ichiraku Ramen being there in the manga, as, you know, between Naruto and Kawaki going there. I'd have to double check, but you can let me know. But I don't think that was the case. I haven't read that specific chapter in, you know, since the first time I read it, which would have been chapter 28 or 29. I think more so 28. But the thing, the point that I'm getting at is that between the additional scenes that kind of smooth out the pacing from the manga, which I always make a point of in these episode reviews and reactions, more so when it comes on to the dynamic and the relationship between Kawaki and Naruto, I think these additional scenes help to make it much more believable when Kawaki actually like full on say, yo, I have total respect for Naruto. I think it kind of helps smooth out the pacing and build up to that in the grand scheme of things, make it much more believable. I think it works, and especially the extra interactions between, I do remember Sarada and Chotro. I think I could be wrong on that too, but I do remember Kawaki bumping up, or the two of them bumping up into Sarada at least. But I figure more or less there are some additional lines of dialogue, additional scenes here and there, and just overall it kind of helps to smooth out the pacing and make it more believable when Kawaki expresses how he feels later down the line in a few episodes time, more than likely. So I think that is an awesome benefit of episodes like this, and especially the, given what we've learned in the anime now, or, you know, even as manga readers, what we've learned or what we knew from, you know, I wouldn't say way back when, but, you know, just our understanding of Kawaki's backstory and his, you know, upbringing, it's the contrast between his upbringing and what he's been socialized, how he's being socialized now in the Leaf Village, the contrast and they're coming to the realization of these social norms for Kawaki is a source of comedy. I would say unintentionally on the writer's part, which would have been Kodachi at this point, and by extension the animation studio, who have, you know, they've added additional lines of dialogue and scenes, and, you know, it adds to the charm of an episode like this, where it kind of feels like the plot isn't necessarily moving at breakneck speed, but at the same time it gives us something to look forward to and adds to the charm of the episode, if I do say so myself, because it is, some of the things were like genuinely funny, I would say, because like when Kawaki was saying like, yo dog, this tastes bad but in a good way. You see me? So it's just moments like those, like the contrast between how he grew up and how he's being socialized now. It's a source of comedy which at least helps us be more engaged, or, you know, just more interested to see how the episode plays along. So I love that about episodes like this as well. I thought it was good. Of course, the PTSD scene definitely again is really highlighting that the build up and what we've been shown in terms of him being, you know, abused by his dad, and how he, episode again 192, it's just really a callback to that. So you can really see how deeply all those experiences leading up to his time with Jigen as the climax has really affected him on a mental level. So there's that. And of course, overall, this episode was definitely a good, another fine addition, generally speaking. But of course, by the end there, we have Kashin Koji and Delta going into the Leaf, and just not to, I'm not gonna spoil anything for anime only, unless you want to be spoiled, but yeah, we see them, I guess, in retrospect, give more weight to the whole, you know, let's revamp the whole leaf detection system. I believe that would have been episode 100 and 170, somewhere between 177 and 180, give or take. So in retrospect, it really gives more weight to an episode like that, which seemed like kind of like an in-between filler-ish episode. But of course, we as manga readers, when we saw that episode for the first time, where we had the Yamanaka clan, Ino, and Inojin basically training to basically test out this leaf detection system and all of that. Of course, now we see, when it comes on to strictly adapting the manga material, how adding an episode like that actually gave us more context for that actual event in that episode. So yeah, and it just kind of goes back to the whole idea that I keep saying, that ever since the Kara activation, or at least the latter half until now, and the additional scenes, the additional episodes they've added to give us more context to flesh out, despite it definitely having the objective of just ensuring that we don't catch up to the manga, it also has the equally important role, our job, our goal of actually fixing out the pacing and giving us some decent context for better payoff in the long run. So that's really and truly it. Of course, we do have Boruto in this episode as well, being a bit of an annoyance, because yo, my brother walk all the way over town and get this viz and come back and was like, yo, glue it up, fam, just glue it up. You see me? So it kind of comes down. No, I'm just putting myself in this situation, and I would just be annoyed, honestly. So it kind of comes back down to that. But of course, Boruto has his reasons. Of course, he wants to see how as he says, he appreciates his sincerity, but he wants to, I guess, test Kawaki's resolve in an annoying way, I guess. So there is that. So all in all, I thought it was a solid episode, between the expected additional scenes and lines of dialogue, which we are used to when it comes on to the anime adapting the manga chapters at this point, which of course, as I said, serve as smoothing out the pacing. But in this specific part of the arc, it actually adds to the believability of the eventual payoff of the relationship between Kawaki and Naruto. So those are positive points there. Of course, callbacks to the early parts of the arc, well, the post Kara activation arc, but before the Kawaki arc here, where we had the whole leaf detection system, adding more weight to that episode, and we're seeing the payoff here. We are having some breadcrumbs, some mysteries with Kashin Koji. Apparently he can enter the village. So I mean, who could he be? I'm trying to pretend like I don't know, but you see me. But I feel like persons who are anime owners are probably guessing by this point. So there's that. And of course, that by the end here does move the plot along. Of course, we had some genuinely, endearing, charming, funny moments, I would say, and interactions between Kawaki and the group as a result of what they've built him up as in terms of his upbringing, and the contrast between that and how he's being socialized now. So between all those points, I thought it was another solid episode. I know for the most part, since we're almost 200 episodes in, probably like I just a random passerby who's watching this video is like, a good episode of Boruto, you see me? Like, or at least consistently good episodes of Boruto. Yeah, it's true. I mean, but like, if you read this arc from the Kara activation, the last half of it till now, I think we're going on with some decent pacing in terms of fleshing out things without really compromising on moving the plot forward, essentially, because by the end we do see that. So yeah, I think I've rambled on long enough. So let me know what you think about my dissection, thoughts, and review as here on the episode. If you made it this far, respect and thanks. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Leave a like, subscribe if you enjoyed what I had to say. Of course, Boruto videos every week. And of course, chapter 57 this week, which we should be live streaming as it drops, so look out for that. Anyway, respect, enjoy the rest of your day, save some of your dinner for me, and I'll see you in the next one.